Hey guys, what's up? It's me. This is going to be this is a speed run, is what this is. So this is RWBY Volume 8, Chapter 7, War. It's the last one before the big break. I literally am having every single technical difficulty imaginable possible right now. My window capture isn't working, so I'm having to do display capture, which is going to lead to more stuff going on in post. My laundry basket is still visible in the background. I was supposed to have the house empty, but now it's not because someone did something that they weren't supposed to, and it's just being literally colossal pain. So there's not going to be any singing in this one, and this is going to be probably the shortest episode that I released the entire season, because I'm on a time crunch here, which is great and fantastic, but it's literally the only time I have to record, so naturally I'm running late and everything is going wrong that could go wrong. So we're just gonna jump straight into this. I'm probably gonna make this video bigger in post because it's a little on the tiny side. You guys won't be able to hear any audio from it until I add stuff into it in post. So this is just gonna be fun, is what it's gonna be. Let's just dive right into it. Oh great, I muted it for myself. That's fantastic. Okay, maybe it is picking up audio? Cool. Good to know that it is picking up audio, and I didn't set up the audio settings for it to do that. That's nice. That's great. That's fantastic. I want to sing the intro, but I can't because there's people here. We love, gave up our lives just to find that it was not enough. I'm just gonna have to be very quiet about it. I can't be as loud as I am normally, because normally I'm very loud. I'm just having to be quiet. Bonus points for my throat acting up. This is just me complaining in the beginning. I'm so sorry. So tragic and before us, there's no place here. Maybe the end leads our way home will finally clear. Maybe the end we try. I should adjust the quality before, because otherwise it will screw me over in the end. Good to know that, you know, it's just gonna be like that. It's just gonna be like that. Cool, that's great. I mean, at least it's during the intro, not during, like, literally on any other part of the video. I keep forgetting that, like, I moved my camera so I can be over here now, which seems kind of cursed to me. Because usually I have to be, like, way over here, but I don't this time. A little weird, actually. This is fantastic. Great. Perfect. Spirited. This entire episode is just gonna be like, are you defecting, son? Oh. Oh. Bringing back the Elysian Nights, I see. So every time it does that, it releases more pools of Graham. Did they just split mitosis? Oh, this isn't gonna end well at all. I need to back up from my mic a little. Damn, they really pulled out all the stops. It is important to keep in mind that I believe Eddie said that this episode was not written with the break in mind. Did you just activate your semblance?
I am evacuating all citizens to the subway. Prepare Mantle Squad Omega and dispatch to every part of Atlas.
But sir,
Now!
Great!
Citizens of Atlas, please proceed to the nearest underground subway stations for shelter.
God, they look like the kids I went to high school with. It's a cool shirt. Just rip off the signs. Damn. Oh, great! The Lancers.
we need to go!
Hardline shields back up, sir. The generators took too much damage. Don't waste resources.
And they arrested them. Are you fucking kidding me?
We tried bombs, missiles, but we can't make a dent, sir.
Sir, Schnee here. Penny is still MIA, but we've apprehended Ark, Jalong, and Ren.
Stand by for further orders, and don't let those fugitives
fuck off.
Of course.
Literally,
Still just following orders.
go to jail! Yeah! What did they tell you? What did you think was gonna happen?
Where the Grimm took Oscar. It's bigger than I thought. Grimm don't take prisoners.
This one did. If you would just let us go.
Ceasefire.
It also spoke.
Concentrate on secondary hostiles.
I'm just gonna preemptively lower my mic audio.
What do you
Sorry,
have in
Zed.
mind, sir?
We aren't making any progress attacking the thing from the outside. But from the inside, it could be vulnerable.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Science team is putting together a bomb.
Are you fucking...
Ready. We'll drop it off as close to the target as possible.
You're gonna Pacific Rim this?
We'll deliver it on foot. Sending you rendezvous coordinates now.
Of course, sir. We will hold the point and we will get it done.
But Oscar's in there.
You can't do this.
Shaking. Is she gonna like have a dance almost of Grimm? That shot's very similar to how they have Ruby on her cliff, and it makes me feel things. Are you defecting, son? Mia, make yourself invisible to it. Yeah, of everyone, you probably have the best semblance to escape with. Is she?
That stunt you pulled, she'd have killed you if you didn't just pop up somewhere else. Still, you can make things easier on yourself if you start telling the truth.
You've never wondered why she recruited you. You, specifically, to help her find the relics.
We share a vision. She's gonna create a new world order. No kingdoms,
Do you?
and no Huntsman Academies.
New World Order. No. When Salem gets all 4 relics, there will be no worlds left at all. Don't you get it? She's been alive longer than you can comprehend. All she craves now is release. Death.
Stop lying! Salem can't be killed. When she came for me, I killed her over and over again. The longest she was gone was only a few hours. Before she
Dangle,
put
dangle,
herself
dangle,
back
dangle,
together.
dangle.
When I couldn't lift my arms anymore, she showed me that through her, I could have the vengeance I needed.
Hazel. Don't you see that is why she came for you? Because she could make you believe that this is what you needed?
This is what you deserve!
Yes! But Oscar, the people of Atlas, Remnant, you haven't done what you've done for justice. You've done it for yourself.
Spite.
Because she pushed you to think it would help you. Well, has it?
Oh, they fixed the wall in her room.
Now what am I good for?
Baby girl. That was a nice little animation. I liked that a lot.
I've done what I can, but she needs a doctor.
Hopefully May's able to reach the others. I really hope they're okay. Salem's monster is making Grimm faster than the Atlas military can kill them. The city won't stand a chance unless we stop it.
It's massive. Way bigger than a Leviathan. What can we even do?
Penny launched Amity, and our message went out. Do we just wait for someone to come? If they even come.
It's a big fucking cup.
How did it all get like this?
Baby girl. Baby.
Fiona said your friends haven't been heard from in a while. Unfortunately, the last thing they're worried about is a couple of kids. Come on. I've got the ship ready to head back in.
What? We can't leave.
It's chaos at the crater. Atlas has its army, but Mantle only has us. People are dying.
People are dying here too. Don't you have family in Atlas?
No. Mantle needed me. And to the Marigolds, that meant I wasn't their son anymore. And I made sure that everyone knew that I wasn't their daughter. So forget it.
Holy shit.
I've got Henry, yours have Whitley. You get what I'm saying.
Holy shit.
I don't know about...
Which side are you on, anyway?
It's not about that.
We've heard that before.
There are no sides. We want to help everyone. We're all facing Salem together. And together is the only way we're going to get out of it.
It's not
So how
enough.
exactly do we get out of it?
So long as this world turns, you shall walk its face. That was the curse cast upon her. But if Salem can divide humanity beyond repair, and bring all 4 relics back together,
Is he
she
listening?
believes that maybe
I know Emerald is, but is
the curse
he?
will be broken. The gods will rule against us and destroy Remnant once and for all.
Nice story. But if Gretchen's death taught me one thing, it was never to trust you.
Hey, that was the name of my first dog.
Let me.
But Oscar,
You want him to trust us and trust me. Her name is Jin.
Huh?
You want her to come out of the lamp? Just say her name. She can still answer one more question.
After all that, you're just going to give Salem the password?
No. I'm giving you the password. And hoping you'll find the truth for yourself.
he's a prisoner, Em. He'll say what he thinks will get him out.
Is Emerald gonna use it?
So you're still going to back you up? After what I just told you?
Those are Salem's new orders. And I know better than to disobey Salem.
It's good that they actually see.
Look, even if what he said was true, we can't stop Salem. You told me yourself. Hazel tried. He failed, and he got in line. Big guy's not gonna pick fights he can't win. Neither should we. And all of this is pointless anyway. Salem's not ending the world.
Of course she is. You're surprised? Salem is destruction incarnate. Our mistress wishes to see the end of it all. There is no ideal more beautiful. If you couldn't see that from the start, you must be out of your mind. Now, come along, Mr. Black. You and I have a date with the desert.
Ooh, it's been listening! So those two are heading off to vacuum already. Also, it's nice that you see him packing an extra shirt. So, like, it's not that they're just wearing the same outfit the entire time. He has extras. Are you defecting, son? Come on. Oh boy, that's great. That's great.
Can't blow it up with Oscar still in there.
That creature causes more damage every minute. We cannot wait.
This was the thumbnail.
Give us a chance to try to rescue him first. We could be your test run. You don't know what'll be waiting for you inside, right? So we can go ahead to check it out. And look for Oscar while we're inside.
You want to go inside that thing alone?
Wouldn't you do it for Elm? Harriet? Vine?
Ha!
Don't let feelings get in the way of making the right call. Trading 3 lives for 1 is stupid.
No, it's not. He's our friend. We will do whatever it takes to find him. Because we care about him.
The collective.
I really had you pegged as the most level-headed of the bunch.
Oh, fuck off.
You're just as naive.
Fuck off.
Feelings don't matter. The job matters. When you lose someone on your team, you move on. Replace them. Like Marrow replaced Tortuga, and Winter replaced...
No! No one is replaceable. You don't really believe that. You are furious about losing Clover. And you miss him.
You don't know anything about me.
You can see it. You can see what emotion's coming off them the most. Their aura.
That's why you lost against Team RWBY. You try to fight how you feel about each other, so you'll never truly work as a team.
Shut up! You don't know what you're talking about! Everyone calm down.
His aura is I could go on for so long about the significance of that, but I don't have time.
Fine. We will drop you as close as we can to the monster.
You can't be serious. They're fugitives and traitors.
I outrank you. If you aren't out in time, we drop the payload. No matter what.
Payload, payload, payload. His semblance is beyond himself now. It's not just contained to how he and those he touches feels. He can see what others are feeling, which has always been such a huge problem for him. He can now reach out.
This either. In fact, you don't want to be a part of it at all anymore.
I have a job to do, and I'm going to do it.
I know I say this literally constantly, but Lyra... Conflicting emotions. I know I say this constantly, but Lyra and marry me.
Oh, wait, what about Crow and Robin? Well, maybe if we get them out of wherever they're being held, they could...
No, see, you just don't get it. This is not a situation where everyone wins. Now you all can come with me to help in Mantle, or I can drop you off near the front lines if you still want to help Atlas. Your uncle and Robin can't save us. We have to choose. So choose.
What strings did Whitley pull? So I never noticed the detail on the inside of Weiss's coat there. Who's that? With the hat? Bowler hat.
Klein!
I was gonna say Klein!
Miss me. I heard there was a patient here
He's a-
who needed my help.
Doc.
I am so sorry, Klein. It's my fault that Father...
Please don't worry, my snowflake. It had nothing to do with you. And everything to do with Jacques.
Well, that's sweet of you. But wait, how did you know...
Ah, young Whitley, I'm so glad that you rang. May I please see the patient? I understand it's urgent.
Yes, she's in Weiss's room. Just go up
I haven't been gone that long, Master Whitley. I believe I can find it.
Sibling bonding!
You called Klein.
That girl needs a doctor. I didn't do it for you.
I know. That's why it means so much to me.
Give him a hug, give him a hug. That's all he wanted.
Did you call anyone else?
She's just holding him. That's me every time I give someone a hug at a convention. What was it? Or was it a ship? Have your weapon out, fam. Have your weapon out. Penny! No. No.
I'm sorry.
Why is green? Why green? She opened the vault, didn't she? I don't know what they're talking about, that this wasn't written for a break. This is perfect for a break. Okay, I have to be really quick about this because I really don't have that much time. But I could literally go on so much about this episode. Holy shit. Gave up our lives just to find that it was not enough. Okay, so I'm gonna have to like speed talk this. So Zed, feel free to slow this down to 0.75 speed. In post. Okay, I'm just gonna start with the beginning. I love how that's set up. Like, you literally see everyone pulling out all of the stops. It is a full military setup. It sets the tension perfectly. It gets everything set up and ready to go, and you know exactly what you are getting into from the very moment you appear. It is fantastic. And Nora, she's literally in her nightmares. She's like, what am I good for now? She feels like she thinks she's broken and useless, and you can see that bitch's semblance stopped there, and he just had to reactivate it. And the thing that they talk about the subway, so there's definitely something going on there that we haven't got to yet. Watch the Volume 2 finale have been some big setup for that. I would not be surprised if that was some form of thing for that. But the apathy around art helping. I love that the amount of like crowds they had to do. F in the chat for RWBY. I want to know how much time they sunk into that. Like, I know that they had like a dry run when they did the whole like Salem background, and that this may have honestly been easier because it's more like street clothes as for that they already had for background characters, more so than like older age remnant clothes. But it's still a lot of work. Like, damn. Okay, I'm gonna go off. No, I'm not gonna go off about Ren. I'm not gonna talk about Ren yet. I have to save Ren. I want to talk for a second about this whole part with May Marigold, because it is so, when I love the shot, it is so important here. And it's not just important to me as a member of this community. It's like, I remember when it first came out that May Marigold was trans, a lot of people were like, how do you know that she's trans? She doesn't look trans, quotation marks. It was like, they need to show it in show. This is literally the biggest middle finger to all of those people. And they handled it so well. And I'm not surprised that they handled it well, because it's a very important issue. And I know that it's just the way that's handled. Like, they made it clear I wasn't their son anymore, and I made it clear that I was not their daughter. Like, that is so well put. And like, I can go on at length about how there need to be more queer stories where the focus and the backstory of the story is not, oh, my family was phobic and this happened, or oh, I'm not out to my family, so that's gonna be the focus of this romantic movie. There needs to be more films where that is not the focus of it. But my sister's home, so I really have to cut this short. But this is not the place for that. Like, in this context, this is not the kind of show for that. And like, yeah, we need to have more of that in here. But what's nice that what they do with May Marigold is that it's not, her entire character is not, hi, I'm here to show you queer struggles. That's not her character. And it's just, that is a part of her, which is how it works. Like, that is how having a trans identity works. And it is not all of who you are. You are not just that label, and you are not just that identity. And I realize that this is something I go off a lot on, and honestly, this is kind of weird to talk about, because the main reason I didn't put up my Genlock Ep 2 reaction was because I talked a lot about this. But I'm kind of at that point in my life where I don't care anymore, is that I am non-binary. I fall under that umbrella of trans. And so it's always really important to me to see these kinds of representations and how helpful they are and how beneficial they are, and always be aware of it. And having a moment like this, having a line like that, is so important, and it means so much. I can guarantee that if I had heard that line when I was 14 and crying in a closet, I would have felt seen. And I'm not even like the focal point of it. I'm adjacent to it. Like, it's so important. And the fact that it happens in such a heated moment, just a heated exchange between them, is very true to it, of May trying to understand, like trying to make them understand everyone can't win here. Everyone, like, there has to be a side to it. Like, don't you have family here? No. Like, because as far as May is concerned, yes, May is trying to help Mantle. May is trying to help the people. But there's also the whole other layer to that. Is that even though she's trying to help people, there is another element to it that first got her on that path. And for that, and for her, that was the rejection and mistreatment of her family. It was the, don't you have any family up here? No, because just like the people of Atlas left Mantle out to dry, they screwed her over and didn't accept her. So whilst helping Mantle may have always been something done out of the goodness of her heart, there was also the bit of spite there too. If these people were left out the same way I was, I have to help them because I can. And it adds such a nice complexity to her character. And that's what she's trying to impart there, is that it's seeing the whole, it's painting with broad strokes. Everyone in Atlas is bad. It's like the system of Atlas is bad. There are good people in it, but the system overall is what causes the problem. It's the whole mentality of like, you have a bowl of Skittles and 5 are poison, and the bowl is poison. It's like, yeah, not all of the Skittles are bad, but you're not going to stick your hand in and get a handful of them. You're just not. But that doesn't inherently mean that they need to die. And I think that's what they're trying to impart. I do love Blake's line here of just, we've heard that before, because they did. And this, I wish I could go off for so much longer about this, but I just don't have the time. And I might end up doing like a part 2 to this that I upload later, just talking about this once I have more time to think. Now, I love RWBY. I love the big cup. I'm a big mug person. I like what Oscar's trying to do here. I don't know if he's getting to Hazel so much as he's getting to Emerald, which, you know what, is fine by me, although even then, I just hope his gamble doesn't backfire, but I guess that's all you can ever hope for. It's interesting that she went straight to Mercury instead of going to Cinder. Where is the bit that I'm thinking of really quick? Come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, this bit with Ren. So we talk a lot about semblances and how they work and how they affect. And like we had that whole episode that was exposition back in Volume 5 when they were at Haven training with Oscar. It's like, some people believe that your semblance is the result of who you are as a person, and other people believe that your semblance is the way it is. Some people believe that your semblance informs who you are, and other people believe it's the other way around. But as you grow and develop, so does your semblance. That's always been the case. Like with Weiss, she started out not being able to do glyphs, and then she managed to like reach out and think back to things, not as like think back on her defeats in a different way, and then was able to summon them. And that's what's happening with Ren here. And that's honestly even what happened with RWBY, is that her semblance got progressively stronger and stronger and stronger. And even though we got like that scientific breakdown of it, it's ultimately being able to compartmentalize and break things down and keep moving forward as fast as possible. And that's what we're really seeing here with Ren, is that Ren's semblance has always been, as far as he was concerned, muting emotions and masking them and using it to, but it always was himself first and then whoever else he touched. We see that from the very first moment. It was unlocked out of trauma. It was unlocked out of a need to survive. And like he brought Nora under his wing there. And that's kind of always been. He's always been very introverted and contained. Like keeping it all inside and not projecting it. Because if he conceal it, don't feel it, basically. Full on Weishni. Not Weishni. Weishni, Elsa. Same thing. And I think this is part of the reason why they ended up splitting up Ren and Nora, is because without the other one around, that they've always been next to each other, and sometimes the best way to have them grow is to give them space to. And that's what he does here. Rather than have it be entirely internal, he's now able to see what emotion is coming off of people because he's being more aware of them. He's looking beyond the inside of himself outwards. It's the understanding that what you're feeling, no matter what, cannot always be internalized. It's not always bottled up. And that's what he's seeing here through these moments of him. Also, whoever did that, the realization, his eye movements, his eye darts, how they did that face, I really want to know who did it. That was really, really good. I absolutely love it, and I want to know who did it. So if I don't know by the time that this is out, y'all find, if you know, please put it in the comments. Please let me know. And the fact that he's seeing it as the petals, that harkens back to the earlier episode, also the whole lotus symbolism that was not only his imagery, but also we see from the first moment he unlocks it in the first place. And even though they're not able to understand what they're feeling, they do not perceive it, he is able to, because even if they aren't verbalizing it, even if they aren't acting it out, it is still a part of them, and that's what he's seeing. And I think that realization, when he had it, it allowed him to see that in other people, and it also allowed him to really come to terms with that. And I think, okay, I'm gonna be soft, and like they would definitely need to have a conversation afterwards, but I would fucking love if when they all met up again, Ren just like ran over and kissed Nora the same way she did him. That would make me very happy. They would need to have a conversation afterwards because communication is key, but I would fucking love that so much. I also like I feel like they need to establish a rule with their team of just like, hey Ren, you're not allowed to peek at my emotions without my permission. And this episode really is just, are you defecting, son? Are you defecting, son? And it's great, and I love that Ren, of all people, who has been swallowing his emotions this whole time like an emotional time bomb, is the one to see it with all of them, is the one to see through it. It makes me so happy, and I can hear that people are back home, so I really have to go. There will definitely be a two-part of this, but one last thing. I'm not even gonna touch on the fact Winter and Marrow, like, the defecting squad, but also the fact that Marrow replaced someone else, and that they're seeing Winter as the replacement. I am so glad that Klein is back. Her walk was really vertical there. Okay, I want to know the green. Is that like her oil? Oh, her Ruby's face. Ruby's face. Okay, so the fact that I think the fact that it doesn't look like, at least right now, she's gonna fight them, which brings me comfort. But I'm also, well, we got the anime hair loopy. The fact that her first words were, "I'm sorry."
I'm sorry.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Like, literally, if I was not screaming about Lyren, I would be crying. Oh, this trend of self-sacrifice among maidens, I'm not about it. I'm not about it. I don't appreciate it. I'm gonna pretend that she just went to the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards and got slimed. And I'll see y'all next week. I'm kidding, I'm not gonna end it there. I really do have to wrap it up. I am gonna make another thing about this, but I know I always do this every year, and that this won't even come up until after Christmas. I know that not everyone celebrates Christmas, but I know this is the holiday season, and this holiday season is definitely harder than most, I think, either because you're away from your family or because you're with them and you'd really rather not be. And I understand. I really do understand how hard that can be. But this too shall pass. You will get through it. And I swear that there is an end to what seems like an endless wave of torment. And ultimately, you define who your family is. You are under no obligation to keep people in your life who hurt you permanently. Because I know there's a lot of cases where you can't get away from them. There's a lot of cases where it's not possible. Either you're not capable of moving out, or just the way that certain family dynamics and cultures work, it's not possible. But they do not define who you are. That is your choice, and that is your decision. And who you are may have been influenced by them, but they did not create your entirety. You are what you make yourself. And you should be proud of that. And on that note, I'm still looking at Penny covered in slime. I'm gonna go downstairs because I definitely went over the amount of time I was supposed to. I'll probably have to make a part 2 to this, or I'll do a live stream talking about it, you know, take a page out of Arnold's book in that regard. I'll see y'all, not next week. I don't know why I said I'll see y'all next week. I'll see you guys in February. I'll have a bunch of video games uploaded until then, and until that time, I hope you enjoyed my cat's ears peeking up back there. Ignore my laundry hamper, and see you.